Good evening and welcome to the Brave News Bulletin. I'm Isaac Cregan. This week's War News. Once again, the siege continues. The Beekeeper Coalition has now adopted a much more careful and medieval strategy, focusing on starving out the goons who are beginning to suffer the effects of their entrapment within one constellation. Limited ratting, limited mining, and no crabbing without being dropped on has begun to build against the goons, who are now attempting to use the propaganda war and morale boosting as their main line of offense. Mittens has been making increasingly overdramatic appearances on the meta show, and the positioning of the quote morale keepstar unquote, as well as dominance of r/Eve has all contributed to this slow narrative push that the goons are still capable of winning and that the beekeepers are faltering at the gates. Unfortunately for the goons, this narrative has so far failed to get them very far. While shitposters and spinmeisters use every opportunity to declare a victory, Goonswarm is feeling the pressure. Any attempt to exit the constellation within which they are trapped has only resulted in being dropped on, as with the fall of their quote impenetrable bases in Delve, capital supremacy is now in the hands of Test and the rest of the beekeepers. Economically too, the goons are suffering with constant raids and pushes into 3-Tech D, 1DQ, and the rest of the 1DQ constellation, forcing constant dock-ups. And finally, according to Eve Hu and the BNN correspondence, Goonswarm has continued to hide any diminishments in their player base by constantly hiring day or week-old accounts to maintain a consistent player number, and to mask the loss of veteran players. So while Mittens promises his forces to hold out for, quote, just 2 more weeks, unquote, the beekeepers must hold the line as planned. With no big fights on the horizon, brave newbies, stay vigilant in fleets and continue prodding and poking the Goonswarm forces as their supplies dwindle and members go insane. Reporting from PTAC ZMZV for the Brave News Network, I'm Isaac Cregan. Stay classy.